What's going on, my peeps? What are you doing? Happy, yeah, I guess happy. How you doing? I'm in the middle here, doing my hair. A little coconut oil. We talked about that to grow your hair and get rid of no baldness. No baldness. This is what you do, folks. Want to send me $100? Yeah, you're crazy. But anyway, I do 3 of these, maybe 5 a day. Okay. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a scientist. Just kidding. I'm a drunk. A carpenter. Come in, carpenter. I'll give you a couple stories from Yonkers. All right. Stop looking at my boobs, you weirdos. But anyway, I'm not like showing off. There's nothing to show off, except my beautiful hair. Gonna give a couple stories from Yonkers. This is this is the Stand By Me crew. Remember the movie Stand By Me from the 80's? Yeah. These are the dudes I used to hang out with, at 12 to 14, I guess we were. Or 11 to 14, something like that. I don't know. I don't remember. So anyway, was with my boy Ollie, Haven't seen that dude in eons. Props to him. My boy Sean K and Richie P. Pull up. Right? Richie Jink. Can't say the name, sorry. But anyway, so we were hanging out. I don't even know who was there. There was like 3 or 4 of us, maybe 5. And my friend, believe it or not, we grew up in the ghetto. We grew up, a little different, I think, than most places. My boy was selling fireworks at fucking 12 years old. He would buy like $500 worth of fireworks and sell them. It was great. So anyway, we're hanging out in South Yonkers on Chestnut Street and Linden. But we were on the Chestnut Street part, but where they meet. And my boy lights a freaking blockbuster. I don't know if they still call them that, but it's quarter stick of dynamite. It's a dud. Oh, great. So 4 of us, we start walking towards it, and who comes around the corner? 5-0. Not Hawaiian 5-0, South Yonkers 5-0. A lot worse. They were like a gang. I'm just saying, My father used to preach on how corrupt Yonkers. Yeah, little coconut oil, baby. Coconut oil. 53-year-old scalp, baby. Look at that. 53. And in the 90s, my hair was thinner. It didn't look like I was going bald, but you could say, he's going to lose his hair. And I wasn't. In about 2013, I started to lose my hair really bad, like marron. So anyway, you know the story. I know the story. We all know the story. Stop looking at me like that, you weirdos. But anyway, I'm just talking to my mom. She's probably watching. Sorry, Mom. So anyway, back to the blockbuster. So we start walking towards it, and who comes around the corner? Cops. And I think there was 2 in the car, right? And so we just back up a little bit. And he's like something's up. They're like, what the, we were definitely looking suspicious there, So, so what happened? Yeah. So they just creeping, and right at the tip of their car or underneath it, about the same, boom, the shit blew off. Woo! Which is kind of good in a way. Well, not really. But if, we went over there and tried to mess with it, it's not dangerous. Way too dangerous for 12-year-olds. Kids, at least wait till you're 13 to mess with dynamite. Kidding. Okay, so anyway, yeah, we were probably 12 or 13. So, boom! This dude gets out of the car like we did it on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Gets out with his nightstick, starts running. And then the girl, luckily, her brother was the cop. She comes running up. Thank you, Christine. Good person, So anyway, that's what happened there. And she saved us, I guess, a beating from the cop, even though he had no right to freaking. I'm not saying he was going to hit us, but, there's a good chance he was going to. So, okay. So the guy ends up, nothing happens. That's what happens when you know cops. Just like another time, 1994. That was probably 83, right? 84. I was upstate New York. I'm not going to say where, but at my house, and I had 5 acres, and I had some. I was blowing shit up, you know. Oh, that feels good. You got to do this, people. You want your hair to go. You let the blood flow upside down for 5 minutes. Oh, I never do that because I got brain problems. Yeah, I don't want my brain to fall out of my dick. So anyway, now where was I? Yeah. And I'm talking to the people that own the deli. I'm like, yeah, the cops came to my house. They were gonna arrest me and shit if I fucking blew off one more firework. And then a dude comes rolling up. A dude comes rolling up, and he was about to light one, and we were all in the back, and I wouldn't have known. And then the cops would have came and arrested me for being a horrible criminal. But the next day, I go to the deli, and they're like, "Oh, we were hanging out with the wives of the cops. They came by too and did nothing because their wives were there." Isn't that nice how justice works in America? But anyway, yeah, I probably didn't even tell you. So here's another story. I was really wrecked. I was 17, 18, drinking my beer. Ow, my favorite elbow. Oh, that hurt. Oh, well, actually, this is my favorite elbow. This is my second favorite. Oh, sorry. Well, fuck you. Get out of here. So anyway, yeah, I'm wrecked. I'm at the corner of Riverview and Chestnut, where I used to live. Church right behind me here. Crack house right there, 1983. It's another story. I knocked that dude up. He ended up going for karate lessons after he thought he could kick my butt. Yeah, Mr. Crack Dealer, not going to happen. And I was, I don't know, 16. So anyway, I could have been 15, 16, whatever. I'll tell that story another time. Along with robbing Mr. Softie. It wasn't me. It was my boy, Brother. But anyway, Brother Jankowski was this guy's name. Everyone called him Brother, right? And he came out of nowhere, right? I'm hanging out on the corner. Kids don't drink. The way I drink was stupid. I was really very reckless, to be honest with you. Like you had something to prove. I could drink 30 beers. I could drink 40. Yeah, we all could. It was crazy. It wasn't good. You spend a lot more money that way. And it's not good for your body. Look at me. Oh, I'm getting boobs. Oh, my God. We'll talk later. So anyway, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have took that medicine this morning. Advil. Okay, so I'm at the corner, and I swear to God, 2 cops roll up on me in the cop car, and I meant to say, I swear on my mother, I meant to say, is there a problem? Meant to say that. 16-year-old, just say 16 to 18, I weighed about 120 to 135 pounds, okay? And I go, you got a problem? I wasn't loud. I just said, you got a problem? And I swear to God, I meant to say, is there a problem? Is there a problem, officers? Nah, that wasn't a good Eddie Murphy. But anyway. So anyway, this douchebag comes out of his car with his nightstick, and he starts running at me around the car. And there's one cop in the passenger seat didn't even get out. He wasn't that offended, I guess. And this dude was going to beat me up with a nightstick. And granted, what I said was incorrect. You got a problem. But I didn't mean to say that, and there's no way in hell that I would want my 16-year-old beat up for being a dick to a cop. And it wasn't intentional. It was just alcohol and stupidity. So anyway, where I was wrong, he was going to make it 100 times worse. So my boy, Brother Jankowski, comes up to him. You got a fucking problem with me, man? You got a problem? That cop backed up down like nobody. The other cop comes out at that point, and he goes, you fucking hoodlums. And Brother was like 10 years older than me, maybe even 15. You guys go down to the bridge and drink, you know? And 5 seconds later, they left, you know? That cop was going to beat me up, but he wasn't going to beat that dude up with his partner. He would have got stomped, you know? So, yeah, that's a cowardly thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like if I'm about to bitch slap a little girl or a small little dude, and then another dude comes over and oh, I don't want to fight. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, bam, that dude saved my life that day. I would have been beaten up bad. So, fast forward maybe 2 years, right? Could be around the same time. I don't know. It's all foggy to me. It was in the 80s, mid 80s. A couple of dudes from Eastchester came. My boy Vic from Scarsdale came. My best friend for a very, very long time, since 1973. I protected him a lot in life. I don't want to go there right now, but yeah, whatever. So, this is getting to be longer. So, these dudes are here. I think Brother was there. Brother is dead. He died in the late 80s or early 90s. Rest his soul, I hope, because he was a good guy. A little messed up. He used to steal cars. He even told me, dude, that's your brother? I stole his car last month. I was like, okay, cool. What am I going to say to him? He still saved my ass from that cop beating, That's your brother? I stole his car last month. But he had a chop shop, and it was right in the schoolyard. Like, there's a Ukrainian church that's probably out of business a couple of years now. I think Indians bought it or somebody. The school here, St. Michael's. Over here was a bodega. Well, at the time it was a deli. It turned into a bodega a couple of years later. Same fucking thing, I guess. And we're in the parking lot, and I'm like, bad truck. Alcohol problem. Bad truck. So I'm like, I'm going to flip this truck. And it was already stripped, It was already abandoned there for 2-3 months. 2 or 3 dudes, Crazy Dave, Vic, blah, blah. We flip it over. Lo and behold, for no reason, the cops show up. And they come there. Kind of forgot what happened. Nothing really happened. But the second time they came back, two of my friends were fighting. Ray Green, and Crazy Dave. They end up having a fight for some reason. That's alcohol, people. Stupid. And they're friends probably to this day. So anyway, they're arguing, blah, blah, blah. A couple punches, pop, pop, pop. Cops come back, take both of them to jail. This is the day with Mr. Softie. This is the day with Mr. Softie. I remember. Holy cow. Funny. So anyway, I said to the cops, I go, yo, why don't you guys just pull up a lawn chair and just wait for us to get out of line and arrest us then instead of coming back all the time? And, he just looked at me like, yeah, get a life. And, I was a very productive teenager. And I would say I even diagnosed myself as a, what do you call those alcoholics that I worked. I never missed work. Even years later, whatever. I was a functioning alcoholic. I worked, saved money, took care of my family, my friends. And, I just drank too much, I didn't believe in drinking and driving, so that's a good thing. But I will say, when I was younger, I would drink 2 6-packs and then get to where I was going, and then I would drink the rest of the night, and I wouldn't drive anywhere. So, in a little bit, I broke that rule for myself. So anyway, yeah. So the cops didn't think that was funny. He didn't beat me up or nothing, but I'm sure he wanted to. So he took my advice. They got lawn chairs and they waited for us to get out of line again. No, they went for a little while, but they came twice. Now the third time they came, my boy Brother, Mr. Soft, with that crappy ass music, I can't do a good impression of it. Whatever, right? He rolls up. He's like, and I'm an ice cream. At one time, that was my downfall, was ice cream. As you can see, I'm not as bad as I look worse in TV or whatever. But, oh, God. So anyway, what happened? Brother Jankowski, he's like, yeah, I want to get 14 something boats, banana boats. Yeah, put the works on everybody. He's handing them out. I'm getting one. I'm like, come, And then Brother takes off, and there was a hole like through the brick wall where it was bigger than a doorway, but maybe not as high, but and he went in there because Mr. Softie came out with a gun ready to shoot somebody because he just gave, like an idiot, 25 banana boats and nobody paid. And brother's like, my boy Scott's got it. Scott's with his girlfriend. He knows, brother, but he's like, gets for him and his girl, pays. Oh, dude, what about the 30 banana boats? So he comes out. I'm eating on the steps over there at someone's house. I don't know. Some dude just handed it to me. Where'd he go? I said, he went that way. And I pointed to the hole in the school, which it's really where he went. I shouldn't have said anything. So anyway, he goes back in that way, right? To look for him. He doesn't go into school because, that wouldn't have, even though you had a gun, I wouldn't have went in there. Over fucking 30 banana boats, he would have messed you up probably. In fact, that dude messed up a crazy dude in the Carpenters Union years later because I remember a dude saying, yo, you're friends with brother? He beat me up at a bar. And this dude was a 4th-degree black belt, and he was pretty nuts too. In fact, there were stories of him holding a foreman out of an elevator because he owed him his benefits, the stamps. He's holding him upside down out of an elevator shaft, and they got him his stamps that day. Him and Crazy Eddie were doing that, but I shouldn't say any names. But that's another story. I keep getting mixed up. All right, so many stories, so little time. My brain hurts. Okay, I need my whiskey. Here's my whiskey. Seltzer, no sugar. Okay. So now the cops come back and they're questioning me. And now my 2 friends come back from jail. And they try to arrest them for stealing the shit. And they weren't even there when the ice cream was given out. I mean, I thought because I always had that knack I had a guilty complex for some reason. I still do. I remember even being in school where he did it. I could see it written all over his face. He didn't even leave this. Somebody did something, and they did it from the bathroom in school, and they just blamed me for it. And my teacher was like, he didn't leave the bathroom today. He doesn't know who did it. He guarantee you he didn't. He couldn't. So anyway, so the cops come back. They try to arrest my 2 friends for stealing the ice cream, and I was like, oh, they were in jail, stupid. I didn't call them stupid because, cops definitely were not cool in my neighborhood. In fact, I think if you were white in my neighborhood, they felt safer beating you up, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. So anyway, the moral to the story is don't drink ice cream, eat it. And when you're drinking beer, don't rob Mr. Softie. Mr. Softie sometimes will come out shooting. He didn't shoot that day, which is good. But he should have smacked me around. Like, you my free banana boat ice cream. Okay, so that's about it, people. Today's the 12th of April. April Fool's Day to you guys. Oh, I love everybody. Be good to one another. Don't drink like I used to drink. It's not good for you, people. Especially fucking freaking kids. Anyone over 9 should not drink alcohol till at least you're 10. No, I'm so stupid. Shut up, Mike. I'm kidding. I'm a joker. I can't help it. A joker, a smoker, a midnight broker. So anyway, I got another story. I'm going to come at you in 2 seconds, peeps. Be well.